So I wanted to go over my thoughts on being a landlord out here in Houston, Texas. And I thought that, since I'm going through Home Depot and doing this little tour, this aligns with what I'm looking to do. And also, this is part of landlording. I have kitchen cabinets that I'm repainting, and I actually need to get some more primer for the upper cabinets. I've been a landlord since, 2014, and I get questioned all the time on, people being intimidated about, becoming a landlord because they feel like they're dealing with bad people. Somebody's going to tear up their house, bad credit, all those things. And I have really never had a problem. I had property in Charlotte, North Carolina. Then I wanted to move to Houston, Texas, and I have rentals in Houston as well. My property in Charlotte, North Carolina, it was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, and I ended up renting it out. I was in the NODA area. Sold it in 2023 because I was over it, and I feel like at this point I'm kind of over it, but I don't feel like that should stop anybody from becoming a landlord because it's all about how you screen. Now, let me go a little deeper into that. So, as somebody starting off, I always advise to make sure that you aren't cutting any corners whenever you're screening potential tenants, because one thing is, you cannot make somebody else's financial burden yours. So I started my journey over 10 years ago, and at this point, I'm ready to move on to bigger and better things, which that means selling my portfolio properties and finding property abroad. Like I stated before, being a landlord, that shouldn't intimidate anyone. I was never a slumlord, and I don't advise people to get rinky-dink homes and put people in them. I just feel like you're just going to be dumping cash into it regardless. If you find a fixer-upper, fix it up nicely in a good school district, in a good neighborhood, then you're pretty much good to go. Now, one thing that I do or I have done is the properties that I actually have rented out, because I'll buy a property, stay in it for about a year, then relocate because I don't have anything tying me down to one location. Every property that I've rented out, they have been nice properties, and they've been in great locations in the heart of everything, so I've never had a problem renting it out. I feel like when you start your journey, do the best that you can do, because I went in with no knowledge, did a little bit of research. I got my confidence with my first rental, and then I kind of took off from there. Renting my properties in Houston is a no-brainer because I am in the heart of the city, and Houston has a big medical center. If you're living in the 3rd Ward, Sunnyside Medical Center, NRG, McGregor, Edo, you're in prime neighborhoods where you can get to the medical center pretty easily because within 5 miles. And a lot of people come here for treatment, unfortunately, but that's what we're here for. And also a lot of people come in because they are traveling nurses and doctors, and that has been a huge business for me whenever I deal with midterm rentals. A lot of my midterm rentals transition into long-term rentals because I usually access them from Furnished Finder, Airbnb, Vrbo, platforms like that, and they want to stay longer, so I usually collect a deposit and sign the lease. Now, I'm a little bit more lenient with the midterm if I'm getting them off of the platform, but moving on to long-term rentals, when I go that route, I'm obviously fully vetting you. So I need you to make 3 times the rent. You need to be able to come up with a deposit and the first month's rent on top of that. I do look at the credit history from a holistic view, and so if that's clear and I don't see any evictions or any collections from rental agencies in the past, you're pretty much good to go once the background check is cleared. And this has never steered me wrong. I just made sure that I heavily vet everyone, and if there were some hiccups that I've seen, or someone's coming to negotiate with me before they actually rent, then there's probably going to be issues in the future. I've done everything the right way and stuck to my guns, and it never steered me wrong. So hopefully this message gets to the person who is looking to become a landlord and is a little bit apprehensive, because being a landlord is not difficult. I feel like have somebody else pay your mortgage, and once you decide to sell, cash out, because I'm at that point where I'm looking to cash out.